All right, my closest friend in the world, Dan McNeil, last week just moved his family to southern Indiana. And of course, they don't have a whole lot of blue crabs up in Indiana. Dan had 4 crab traps that he was nice enough to give me that I'm gonna put to good use today, or at least I hope I am. You see them right there. I'm gonna bait them up and put them in this canal. I crabbed in this canal just a couple weeks ago with my grandkids, and we caught a bunch of crabs. So I'm hoping there's still some crabs in here and that they'll run into my traps. Man, some fish right there. I don't know what that is. I'm hoping they'll come into my traps while I'm fishing. I'm gonna drop them, put them out now, and I'll come back in just a few hours and see what we catch. All right, I picked up some cheap drumsticks yesterday at Sam's, 98 cents a pound. That's what I'm gonna bait up these traps with. I'm gonna probably use them all, just go ahead and divide them evenly. And if you're unfamiliar with how traps work, you put the bait in here, like that, the bait hole's in there. And when you put the traps down, they sit kind of like this on the bottom. And the crabs come into here to get to the bait. And once they get through, they can't get out. They get in there and they're pretty well stuck. Now there are little rings on here to let small crabs escape, the ones you don't want to keep. But the big ones are incapable of getting out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put one right here just to get it off the boat. We got a hard falling tide ripping through this canal. Crabbing should be good. All right, I'm gonna gap these out pretty good. There is a line of commercial traps in here. Hopefully the guy, when he comes to run them, will leave ours alone. All right, we're crabbing. Now it's time to go fishing. All right, if you saw my video last week, you know I caught some redfish along these rocks. Some really perfect eating size reds. Caught them on a falling tide, which we have this morning, just a remnant of a fall. It's gonna be rising soon. But I'm hoping while this tide is falling, I can catch some more reds here. I'm throwing this purple nurple ATV. This has been such a hot bait for me lately. No reason to switch. It's a really nice morning, as you can tell. Not a lot of wind at all. Water temp is 84 degrees, and water clarity is pretty good. Last week, there was tons and tons of bait along these rocks. Lots of mullet. And the reds I cleaned were actually full of crabs. I didn't see a mullet in any one of them. I mean, the mullet gave me hope. That's why I fished here. But I didn't see a mullet in a single one. But they were full of crabs, little bitty crabs. But you know they were picking off those rocks. That would make you think fish should be here on a rise or a fall. I guess we'll get a chance to find out today. Believe it or not, in my entire fishing career, I've never put traps out to crab while I fish. Never. You know, I've done a lot of crabbing, but I do it with nets. When you're actively running the nets, you can't just put them out and let them sit. You won't have any chicken left when you come back. So we'll see. This could be definitely a complete bust, could be a complete failure, but I'm gonna try and do something completely different with the crabs that I catch today, as far as cooking goes. It's not an original idea to me, but it's the first time I'll attempt it. You can see that sun is just barely up. Tide is way, way, way out. We've had a lot of west wind the last few days, and we're at the bottom of the fall, so it's gonna turn around and rise some, but it's really, really low. Oh, all right, there we go. He tattooed it. How big are you, dude? I think you're bigger than what I was catching last week. No, I don't know, you're right in that same wheelhouse. I think you're gonna make the cut. I think you are gonna make the cut. Oh, no, you're not. He threw it. Oh, that hurts. Well, hopefully there were plenty more where that came from. Definitely hate losing the first fish of the day. Oh, look at all these mullet. We just spooked them when we cast in there. Come on back. Come on back. Please come back. Did not come back. He smoked me. All right, I've made a pretty long pass on these rocks, and unfortunately our tide has died. It was moving really well when we put the traps out, but I knew we were at the end of it, and now it's going kaput. It's gonna be rising soon, but you know, it's tough catching fish in the marsh when the tide's not moving. And I can tell these fish are not feeding aggressively because I've gotten a couple of bites that didn't follow through. And when they're really feeding, they're not gonna let that bait get away. They might hit it and miss it, but they're gonna come back and hit it again. And those fish did not. So that tells me they're really just not feeding with this dead tide. Will they feed again on the rise? I mean, I would think they will. Will they be here? I don't know. Of course, now you're faced with the dilemma. Do you leave looking for moving water, or do you stay in an area that you know there are fish and throw different baits? I think I'm gonna try different baits for a little bit and see if that inspires some strikes. And if not, we'll move on. We can always come back here when that tide starts rising hard. I would definitely have more confidence then. I'd rather a fall, of course, but I'd much rather a rise than a dead tide, of course. The good news is, all this time, we're crabbing. All right, since this tide's dead, let's go with a slower moving bait. We're gonna go with this Green Hornet Matrix Shad on a 1/4 ounce death grip jig head. I'm gonna back off the rocks a little bit with the theory that the fish have kind of pulled off the rocks with this really low tide. All right, nothing on the Matrix. I'm gonna make some casts with a bait I haven't fished in a minute, a depth strike. Had some great trips with this thing in the spring. It sinks, obviously, a lot more than that ATV. It's gonna fish a much lower strike zone. We'll see if those fish are hanging out off these rocks. Look at all this bait right here, goodness. I'm guessing that's mullet, but who knows? This for late winter or early spring. You find mullet like that, it'd be guaranteed speckled trout. Not this time of year though. Trout, particularly inside, are so keyed on shrimp right now. Just plenty shrimp for them to eat. They'd rather that than mullet, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna work my way back. I'm gonna switch back to the ATV. Just gotta hope this tide starts moving while we're fishing. Nothing else, it's nice not staring into that sun. I tell you what, it is smoking hot today. It's really, really warm. Of course, not a puff of breeze. That makes it hotter. Makes it easy to fish, I'm not complaining, but it is warm. And you know, that doesn't really help with our tide situation. You don't even have any wind-blown current. All right, looks like we're gonna have to go hunt up some moving water. It's just taking forever for this tide to change here. Hopefully it's changed somewhere. Let's go see what we can find. All right, I've come to this lock near where we put our traps. And now that I'm here, absolutely in this area, the tide is rising. It's made the switch. So we kind of endured the switch out there with definitely slow fishing for sure. Again, I think there are fish there, and we'll probably check that again before we leave, but they're not gonna feed when that tide's not moving. So hopefully we get a fish or two around this lock. If not, I may just scoot into the marsh, see if we can find something in there. All right, we kind of did a bit of a tour, but we've come back to where we started because now we know that tide is rising. As I mentioned, I'd prefer to fish this stuff when it's falling, but a rising tide is far better than no tide. And when we were here last time, the tide was not moving at all. Now that it is, we're gonna resume throwing this purple nurple ATV just because I think that's like the perfect bait for fishing these rocks. It dives, I'd say about a foot, maybe even a little bit less with the way I fish it. I'd twitch this bait a lot. No, it's more than a foot down there. I'm gonna say maybe 1.5 feet. Let's say that. Oh, oh, there he is. There he is. Come on, dude. Stay buttoned up, unlike your last buddy. He hit me twice. Uh-oh, I think this is a better fish than what we were catching last week. Yeah, oh yeah. It sure is. Oh, he came off again. Man, I've had some bad luck today. These hooks are good. It's not the hooks. It's just bad luck. That fish hit me twice. Oh, another hit. Oh, there he goes. Oh, there we go. Obviously a school of fish. That was the first cast after I lost that fish. This one's a little smaller. This is what we were catching last week. I mean, good eaters. Good eaters for sure. Hopefully I don't lose you. I've had such bad luck today. Man, I just felt something slip, but he's still hooked up. I gotta watch these rocks. We're getting close to them. This looks to be about a 19, 20-inch fish, something like that. Yeah, maybe 20, 21. Stay off those rocks, Todd. Yeah, 21, 22 maybe. What a difference a rising tide or a moving tide makes. Actually, I prefer to be, oh man, look at this dude's barely hooked. This dude's barely hooked. I may lose him as well. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely gonna net him, that's for sure. Hopefully he stays, oh my goodness. All right, we got him. We got him. Sight for sore eyes. We finally got one in the boat. Let's get off these rocks. First things first. Number one priority. Oh yeah, he's about 21, 22 on that purple nurple. Real muted colors on this fish. Not very colorful, but I don't care. I'll take him. Look at the belly. Look at the belly on this fish. What have you been eating? We gotta see what's inside of there. Oh, there's another one. Oh, goodness. That's 3 fish on 3 casts. This one's smaller. Definitely smaller than one we just caught. I don't know if he's a keeper or not. We'll check. I'm thinking he's not. All right. Glad to have him, though. Nothing else, he's a tagger. Much more colorful than that last one. These fish were just waiting for this tide to start moving. Get off the rocks again. Yeah, we weren't gonna lose him. He took it deep. Fully engulfed that back treble. All right. I'm almost positive this dude's not 18 inches. I'm gonna check him though. All right, we got a tag, Louisiana.net tagging this guy. He's 16 inches. We're gonna go ahead and let him go. All right, see you, buddy. Swim off, he's good. All right. Those little fish do much better than the bigger fish in these hot temps. Water temp is 86. All right, I'm gonna double back and fish where I got all those bites. It'd be a smart thing to do, right? Of course, that school may have totally moved on. I don't think those reds get in these rocks in big schools at all. I think it's mostly just 1s and 2s and 3s, but you never know. We had too many bites to just blow it off and keep going. Oh, there we go. Oh, come on, stay hooked up. I'm shell shocked. Uh-oh, something slipped. Uh-oh. I kind of got a glimpse of him. He looks pretty nice. Ah, yeah, I think he's actually what we caught last week. 18, 19-inch fish. Well, 19, 20. So pretty. So pretty. Just love these guys. Just incredible. You gonna get off too? I hope not. I would like to eat you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Settle down. All right, we got him. He is rubber stamped, but what we caught last week. Good 19-inch fish. Real good eater. I don't know if these fish moved out of the marsh into this pretty water or what, but they're real muted. They're not super colorful other than that throwback we just had. But the keepers are just real muted. But I'm fine with that. Still tastes very good. The whole time I'm out here fishing, I'm wondering what my traps are doing. Hopefully they're catching a few. Obviously, I'm not gonna let them soak very, very long. You know, it's summer. I seldom fish past about 10 a.m. It just gets too hot, and it's really getting hot now. So I'm gonna be wrapping it up soon. I'm gonna check those traps. I hope I get at least a half dozen. That combined with the redfish would make a really, really good meal. But you never know. Maybe we skunk. Might catch 0. Who knows? Hopefully nobody ran them for us. Oh, he came back. Look at that. He missed it and came back for it, but he saw me. That was a 19-incher. Oh, there we go. Come on, dude. Stay buttoned up, please. Loosen my drag just a hair. Oh, go into that trolling motor, dude. So you might not get to see me land this fish. One of my camera batteries just died, which means this one's about to die. But I'll be sure and let you know. Oh, he's hooked under the mouth. A little bit foul hooked. Hopefully he's got it good enough though. All right, we got him. Another 19-incher. Look how he was hooked. That's why he fought so weird. All right, another keeper. So glad to have this fish. Let's get off this shoreline. And now I'm gonna change some camera batteries. All right, I switched out my batteries. Actually, that other camera shut off because it got overheated. Just sitting there baking in this sun with absolutely no wind. Just terrible on these cameras. Oh goodness, I just made a cast. It is really, really good today. It is really good today. Once this tide started moving. It's my first cast since I changed the batteries. He doesn't feel quite as big. Oh, look at that's a whole school of them. I saw about 5 or 6 with him. Actually, this fish is nicer than I thought he was. He's definitely a keeper. Oh yeah, it's a real nice fish. He's got it deep. This dude's got it deep. I mean, he could break the line, but I don't see him throwing that crankbait. All right, that's about he's about a 19-incher. He's more colorful. Yeah, he's definitely a keeper, no doubt. Let's get off these rocks. Theme of the day. Look at this. Look how deep this dude has that crankbait. Good thing he's legal, because I don't think he'd live. You can tell he had some competition. All right, unfortunately, I had to do some really ugly oral surgery. And look what's interesting. Number one, you can tell this dude had it really deep because I pulled out a crab claw. Obviously, they're feeding on crabs, just like the other day. Look at that. All right, this dude's 19 inches. Good thing. He's our last keeper of the day. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, he came off. No, he came back. I don't know if it's the same fish or another one came back and smoked it. Probably a different one. That's awesome. Could be the same fish. You never know. You never know with these guys. What is he? Oh, he's got two or three with him. Let's get off the rocks. Come along with me. Come on, let's get off the rocks. You and me both. And there's a little bit bigger fish, 21, 22, somewhere in there. 21, 22. Yep. And he also wrecked that bait. I hope it's not in his crushers like the last one, because this fish is getting released. All right. I mean, he's a keeper for sure. We already have our legal limit, so he's getting released. All right, he had it in his mouth. Fortunately, not in his crushers. We stuck a tag in him. He's gonna swim again. See you, dude. He took off. All right, since I already have my limit, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down the fishing portion of this. I just don't wanna risk hooking those fish in the crushers. They are feeding very, very aggressively. I mean, just tattooing the bait. I thought they were feeding aggressively last trip, and we didn't have any that had it in their crushers. So I'm gonna shut it down. It's getting super hot anyway. I'm sweating buckshot. I'm ready to go check those crab traps, see what we have in there. A couple of notes on the fishing portion. Bill Lewis ATV, this is the 1.0 purple nurple color. I really do think this looks like a mullet. It could look like a crab as well. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Maybe they're just being opportunistic, but I know that they absolutely love this bait, and it's so much fun to fish it. They just tattoo it. And I'm throwing that on an Akuma Tournament Concept. This is the one made for crankbaits and jerkbaits. I especially like this rod when I'm targeting redfish with hard plastics or big speckled trout. It's just a fantastic rod. Very, very sensitive, very reasonably priced. I mean, it's kind of a little bit more high end, but it's not as expensive as some rods, and you get great value for the money. So check it out if you haven't. Those who are interested, I'm running 30-pound braid tied to a 17-pound mono leader. That's probably about 4 feet long now. I start with them about 5 or 6 feet. And the reel is an Akuma Hakai. Love these reels. I got a bunch of them. All right, let's go check those traps and see what we have. I don't know, maybe 0, maybe 6, maybe 12. Who knows? It's gonna be fun to find out. All right, here's trap number 1 right here. I'm gonna come around from the other side because the current's going this way. Pick it up with the trolling motor. All right, here we go. I literally have no idea. Could definitely be a bust. I'm optimistic though. I think we're gonna have at least a few. Got a lot of grass, I know that. Oh, good Lord. Good to see the grass making a comeback. That's for sure. Got at least one. All right, we got a few. There we go. All right. All right. And we got a pinfish too. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe, and a real nice one. Really nice crab in there. All right, I'm gonna wait and dump them all at once after I get them all on the boat. All right, I'm super happy with that haul. I would have been happy with that in 4 traps. We got that many in 1. All right, here we go, trap number 2. Oh my goodness, another big haul. All right, some nice definitely nicer crabs in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 crabs. All right, coming in a little hot on this one. All right. All right, got at least one. Oh, look at that. Only 3 in this one. 3 crabs. Not bad. Not as good as the others. All right, one more to go. All right, last one. Oh, we got a catfish and a bunch of crabs. Wow. Man, some nice ones. Look at that haul. Look at that. That's at least a dozen. Awesome. All right, now I got to dump them in the ice chest. I brought an extra chest just for these guys. Man, they might fill that thing up. All right, first thing you got to do with a trap is get all of the crabs to the bottom. A lot of them are up top here. You got to get them to go through those little slots to get to the bottom. All right, I think those are all on the bottom. Man, we got some nice crabs in this haul. All right, after you get them all to the bottom, you got to undo this cage. And dump them into your chest. All right, we got this big grown-up hardhead. We're gonna get rid of him. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring tongs, so I'm having to use my pliers. All right, there's our haul. Look at that. Better than expected for sure. We got a bunch of crabs. I don't know how many. I'm gonna say maybe 30. Do we have 30? Somewhere in there. Plenty enough for a really good feast. Now I'm putting this ice pack on top of them to keep them cold. You don't ever wanna let your crabs be exposed to this hot July weather. They don't last long, that's for sure. All right, now I gotta empty the bait out these traps. All right, some crabs are gonna feast on that. And the best way to store these is to open this cage and put the ball inside. As long with as much of the line as you can get. All right, what an incredibly productive trip. Now I'm back home in my kitchen. I'm gonna do something entirely different with these crabs. You know, normally here in South Louisiana, we boil seafood. You know, we do that with crawfish, shrimp, and obviously with crabs as well. But a lot of people grill crabs. I've never tried it. I've never done it. Been wanting to try it. And tonight, I'm definitely gonna give it a whirl. I think what I'm gonna do is set aside, I've got like 3 or 4 really, really nice crabs. I'm gonna boil those, but most of them I'm gonna go ahead and throw on the grill. I don't know. This should be good, but I really don't know. Never tried it. But I do have some special guests. Savannah and Liam, they're gonna help me process all these crabs because it's gonna be a lot of work. We've gotta peel the shells off. We've gotta take the dead men off. We've gotta clean the fat out, take the mouth off. There's a few things we have to do. And these kids, I've seen them process fish when we do these recipes at home with fish, and they do a great job. So I know they're gonna do a great job as well. And my daughter Taylor's here as well with little Cole. Look at little Cole. Cole is 8 months old. And Taylor absolutely loves to eat crabs. So definitely had to have them over tonight. All right, let's get rolling. Oh, let me show you the crabs. This is how many we got. It's actually 33 crabs in 4 traps.
Why are his legs moving? He's moving.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, so first thing you have to do, now these crabs have been in my fridge. So they're 34 degrees. They're really, really sedated. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna rip off the shell. Okay, can you get that off?
I think so.
If you might have to use this. You know how? Mm-hmm. There you go. All right, we peel that off. Then we take off the dead men. In South Louisiana, we call the lungs the dead men. Rip that off.
I'm trying to take it off.
Okay, so I tell you what, this is what we'll do. This is what I thought we'd have to do. And then we're gonna put these into the pan.
Yes, he was trying to pinch you. No,
So-
someone pinch you.
Yep.
Oh, he's like so tiny.
Yeah, it's hard to get these off. There we go.
Without being cooked.
Yep.
Even the tiny ones.
All right, so you gotta take off the dead men,
Which dead?
all these,
All the lungs.
Okay.
all the lungs, and then you gotta rip off this right here. Okay? You think you
Papa,
can do that?
even if he's moving, he's dead, right?
Oh yeah, they're dead. Particularly once I give them to you.
No, he's moving even.
It doesn't matter.
Ripped off.
It's just nerves. They're dead.
Yeah, he won't pinch you. He's not gonna do this.
Okay, so our process here, you can see we've got all these crabs with the shells ripped off. Liam's helping me take out the dead men, rip off the mouths, and Savannah was helping me load these up to get these shells off. We got 3 jumbo crabs, and I think I'm just gonna boil those.
Yeah.
Taylor really likes boiled seafood,
Okay.
so
You can have it.
she'll have at least 3 boiled ones. And all these we're gonna throw on the grill. All right, next step, I'm gonna rinse them. So look, this is what we're gonna do, Vanna.
Can I rinse them too?
We gotta get all this fat out the middle. So look, just let the water run in that middle and get all that fat out.
Or do we need to rip the pinchers off?
We gotta marinate them. Oh no, before we marinate them, we gotta break those claws.
Yay! Can I break some?
All right, one thing I'm discovering, there's a lot of steps in this process. I just rinsed all of the fat out of the middle of the crabs right here.
Yeah.
We call it fat here in South Louisiana. It's actually the hepatopancreas. There's a lot of organs and stuff in there, so I don't want to leave that in there. So I rinsed that out. Now we've got to crack the claws just so that they kind of get a little bit of seasoning in there. I'm going to do that with nutcrackers and just kind of gently.
Crack.
Just crack them. I don't want them to come apart. There we go.
Can I crack some?
Just kind of a gentle crack. Oh, that was a little ungentle, that crack. All right, so here I have some homemade Italian dressing. I'm gonna add to that some garlic that I'm gonna slice up, not really fine, just kind of enough to put some flavor in there.
What can we do?
You can put half the crabs. Man, this stuff smells really good. You put half the crabs in there. We want half in each, yeah, half in each
So fill this up
pan.
where there's an equal amount of both. Liam, put the meat side up. Probably better.
Yep, definitely put the meat side up.
Flip them.
Some
There you
some
go.
have no meat side up.
There you go.
All right, so I'll put the garlic in here. I'm also gonna put some hawk sauce, my favorite hot sauce. This stuff is so good. Put a little bit of that, not too much, even though it's not really spicy. And then this is that Louisiana fish fry Cajun seasoning. This is my favorite one of these. Put a good bit of that in there. We're gonna mix that up well. Liam's gonna give it a smell and let us know how it smells.
I like it.
Smells good? What you think, Vanna? Smells good? And we're gonna dump this on the crabs and let them marinate. Just for about 15 minutes, that's it. While these are marinating, I'm gonna go get the grill ready.
Papa, but it's raining right now.
And put half here.
Papa, if it rains, then we can just
And put half here. All right, we'll let those sit just for about 15 minutes. All right, I'm cooking all these on my Traeger. I do have a barbecue pit, but I'm gonna do them here to kind of add that smoke element. I'm bringing it up to temp currently. It's at 293, it needs to be 350. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna put these onto the smoker. All right, Liam, we gotta put them, you gotta put them shell side up. So put them, there you go. Good job, Liam. All right, so while those crabs are cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and make that basting liquid. The basting liquid is super important. You gotta put it on once you flip the crabs. We're just gonna leave them, you know, meat side down for like 5 minutes. Then we're gonna flip them, maybe go another 10 minutes or so. But we're gonna baste them while they're meat side up. You know, that basting liquid is gonna kind of hold in that cavity and really flavor all that meat. And the basting liquid is super easy to make. Let me show you what I got. Okay, and here I got a stick of butter, as you can see. I also have, you'd wanna add like parsley or something like that. I don't have any, but I added some Italian seasoning. It's got oregano, basil, all kind of good seasoning in there. Also added some of that Louisiana fish fry Cajun seasoning. And I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic powder because I want them to be kind of garlicky. I'm gonna heat all it up in the microwave, obviously. Melt it and just baste it on those crabs. All right, time to flip these over. Whew, Liam, they look good. Look at that. Yeah, look, they're nice and red. All right, we gotta go get our basting liquid and baste them.
Guys, Popeye's gotta go get the basting liquid. So now, for like probably another 10 minutes, we're gonna flip the crab. And Popeye's just gotta go get the basting liquid.
All right, here's our basting liquid. Looking at it now, I'm not sure it's enough. We might have to go with 2 sticks of butter. But we're gonna get it rolling. Start seasoning up these crabs.
Ooh, they look yummy.
Man, does that smell good? Goodness. All right, we're gonna let those cook another 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, we gotta let those cook another 5 minutes. Bye guys, see you in a little bit. Okay guys, Popo's coming back to maybe flip the crabs and put some more stuff on it. He's gonna flip them and then they'll be ready. So, we just gotta wait a little bit and then Popo's coming. I talked to the camera
Okay.
that you were coming. And I
Is the
saw
camera
you.
still on? Yep.
Okay guys, we're gonna flip the crabs now. Are we?
I'm just gonna baste them.
Oh. We're gonna bake the crabs now.
All right, one more base. All right, I know seafood cooks really, really quickly. People tend to overcook it. I'm gonna give these about 2 more minutes. That's gonna be it. We'll go in and get something to put them on and I'm gonna take them off. I'll be right back, Liam. All right, here we go. Time to take them off.
Can I take them off?
You ready?
Yep.
Just watch your step, okay? You gotta step over this wire right here. All right, that's the finished result. Look at that. They look really good. They smell really good. Now we're gonna get to find out if they taste really good. All right, there you go, Liam.
Thank you.
Here you go, Savannah. You're welcome.
Do them eating or
And one for me.
you gonna-
Yeah, go ahead, dig in.
I don't even know how I'm supposed to peel this.
You don't know how to peel crabs? I thought you did. I know Savannah does.
I don't know how to peel these crabs.
Wow, very good.
Oh man, I got no meat.
Now, the meat's a little bit soft.
Oh,
I may have cooked them just a little bit long. What do you think?
okay.
Very good.
You like the taste? The taste is really good.
Grilled crab.
It does kind of taste like char grilled oysters, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yum.
You can definitely taste the smoke.
I need
Wow.
to go get a knife.
No, here, give it here. You want? I'll get your claw for you. What you think, Liam? You like it?
Can you pass my clothes to me?
Yep.
You should bag them.
All right, there we go. Tell me what you think, Vanna. You love it? Very good? All right.
This is better than broiled.
Yeah.
What you think? Better than boiled or about the same?
Better.
Better. All right.
Did you like put butter on them?
Lots.
Yeah. Like I went almond girl. I can tell.
All right, substantially different than bull crabs. I mean, a completely different taste. Very, very good. It tastes like char-grilled oysters if you've ever had those, except, you know, with crab meat. Give it a try next time you get some crabs. And if you're able to, bring some traps out, set them out while you fish like I did today. Super efficient, obviously. They're fishing while you're fishing. Just an absolutely fantastic day here in the marshes of South Louisiana. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the Marshman Masson channel on YouTube. And until next time, if we don't see you in the marsh, we'll see you right here on Marshman Masson.